This video is designed to help you start a car spare parts business. At the end of the video, you'll find a valuable gift. It's a car spare parts business plan that you can download, and will lay down for you, step by step, everything you need to know to start a successful car spare parts business of your own. If you are new to this channel, make sure to hit the subscribe button for more videos like this. If you are determined to make a successful car spare parts business start, you have to complete your market research. In this regard, you have to make many game-changing decisions such as, decide on the area of your business, the products you would like to sell, your objective market, the size of your business. Studying the target market will help you to decide what sorts of products your customers tend to buy. Plus, learn how to tackle a competitive market. The marketing of your projected area needs a thorough study. You must have a decent auto spare business plan before you take risks in this business. Deciding on the location. The location matters much in shaping the success of your auto parts business. You should choose your business location where lots of cars are seen en route. It is needless to say that you should avoid starting an auto parts business in a rural area. Many locations can be attractive for this business, such as shopping centers and malls, industrial regions, urban territories, within central business development areas. People would prefer to visit your auto spare parts business as a result of the quality service and the kind of parts you offer. Highly demanded products for auto parts business. Your target market and business strategy combine to play a major role in selling your auto parts. Varied parts are there for you to choose from. Some would like to deal with just one brand, such as Toyota spare parts. Others may have some expertise in one product selling, comprising cooling systems, suspension parts, braking system, gearbox, engines, etc. Several parts you can deal with. The parts which you can comfortably sell in your spare parts shop consisting, suspension parts, body part, ball joints, belts, oil pumps, tires, fuel pumps, clutch plates, pressure plates, fenders, bonnets, radiators, ignition plugs, seat covers, mountings, bushes, and shock pads, filters, bearings, discs and hubs, rubber boots, brake pads and brake shoes, CV joints, shock absorbers, lubricants and batteries. The shipments of the parts can be executed from local suppliers and global suppliers. Hiring staff. The size of your auto spare parts business will decide on how many employees you need to hire. There may be a need for a bookkeeper, who can be answerable for all the everyday exchanges, representing the auto spare parts store business. You will also need a cashier and shop assistants. Your auto parts business success may determine the salaries of your employees. Inventory management. You should be answerable for all the business cash inflows and cash outflows. Work to ensure that you have a decent inventory management system, so you don't come up short on items that are required by customers. It might be hard to stock your store with all items, due to occasional parts shortages. You can begin with fast-moving products, and order extra to ensure fast-moving parts are in stock. Understand the industry. It is another most important aspect you must consider before commencing this business. Though the business doesn't demand any sort of educational degree, you must have clear knowledge about the inside industry. You can work for a few days with other established shop owners to know the trade details. Basically, you have to have a clear conception of the specifications of the different spare parts. Additionally, you may need to advise your customers about what to buy and what not. These all demand specific knowledge about the spare parts industry. Cost of starting. After getting the knowledge and finalizing the business model, you must calculate the requirement of startup capital. Generally, you have to consider the rent of the retail space, store setup costs, and purchasing the spare parts from the wholesaler or manufacturing companies. Additionally, you must calculate and keep finance for operating expenses also. It will help you in calculating the break-even and expected ROI of your business. Set up the store. You must set up the store properly. An outdoor sign is a must. Additionally, check the electrification, counter space, and shelves properly. You can consult with an interior designer to have the right floor plan. However, you must use every inch of space properly to get the optimum benefits of it. Hire employees. Hire the right manpower. In any startup business, initial employees play an important role in getting initial success. Check whether you need a licensed mechanic or not. Additionally, if you want to open the store with a workshop, then consider keeping an automobile engineer too. Finally, it is time to promote your business. In the initial days, it needs tremendous promotion and advertising. Additionally, The success of this type of niche business highly depends on B2B networking. You must contact other businesses in the industry. As an example, automobile workshops buy spare parts in bulk frequently. You can offer a special discount for them. Consider selling online. In today's digital era, you can't ignore the internet audiences. You can sell the auto spare parts from online marketplaces, or from your own online store. The next part of the video is not specific to a car spare parts business. Nevertheless, this knowledge is essential for success in the car spare parts business, as well as in any other business. Ignore it at your own peril. Operating a successful car spare parts business will depend on the following 4 conventions. 1. A practical plan, with a solid foundation. 2. Dedication, and willingness to sacrifice, to reach your goal. 3. Technical skills. 4. Basic knowledge of management, finance, record keeping and market analysis. As a new owner, you will need to master these skills and techniques if your business is to be successful. Finding a niche. Small businesses range in size from a manufacturer, with many employees, and millions of dollars in equipment, to the lone window washer, with a bucket and a sponge. Obviously, the knowledge and skills required for these two extremes are far apart, but for success they have one thing in common. Each has found a business niche, and is filling it. The most critical problems you will face, in your early planning, will be to find your niche, and determine the feasibility of your idea. Get into the right business at the right time, is very good advice, but following that advice may be difficult. Many entrepreneurs plunge into a business venture, so blinded by the dream, that they fail to thoroughly evaluate its potential. Is your business idea feasible? Before you invest time, effort, and money, the following exercise will help you separate sound ideas from those bearing a high potential for failure. Identify and briefly describe the business you plan to start. Identify the product or service you plan to sell. Answering yes to any of the following 3 questions means you are on the right track. A negative answer to all of them means the road ahead could be rough. 1. Does your product or service satisfy an unfilled need? 2. Will your product or service serve an existing market in which demand exceeds supply? 3. Will your product or service be competitive based on its quality, selection, price, or location? Market analysis. For a small business to be successful, the owner must know the market. To learn the market, you must analyze it, a process that takes time and effort. You don't have to be a trained statistician to analyze the marketplace, nor does the analysis have to be costly. Analyzing the market is a way to gather facts about potential customers, and to determine the demand for your product or service. The more information you gather, the greater your chances of capturing a segment of the market. Know the market before investing your time and money in any business venture. The following questions will help you collect the information necessary to analyze your market, and determine if your product or service will sell. This brief exercise will give you a good idea of the kind of market planning you need to do. An answer of no to any of the questions indicates a weakness in your plan, so do your research until you can answer each question with a yes. 1. Do you know who your customers will be? 2. Do you understand their needs and desires? 3. Do you know where they live? 4. Will you be offering the kind of products or services that they will buy? 5. Will your prices be competitive in quality and value? 6. Will your promotional program be effective? 7. Do you understand how your business compares with your competitors? 8. Will your business be conveniently located for the people you plan to serve? 9. Will there be adequate parking facilities for the people you plan to serve? Planning your startup. The following questions are grouped according to function. They are designed to help you prepare for opening day. Merchandise. Have you decided what items you will sell or produce, or what services you will provide? Have you made a merchandise plan, based upon estimated sales, to determine the amount of inventory you will need to control purchases? Have you found reliable suppliers, who will assist you in the startup? Have you compared the prices, quality, and credit terms of suppliers? Business records. Are you prepared to maintain complete records of sales, income and expenses, accounts payable, and receivables? Have you determined how to handle payroll records, tax reports, and payments? Do you know what financial reports should be prepared, and how to prepare them? Finances. A large number of small businesses fail each year. There are a number of reasons for these failures, but one of the main reasons is insufficient funds. Too many entrepreneurs try to start and operate a business without sufficient capital, money. To avoid this dilemma, you can review your situation by analyzing the following 3 questions. 1. How much money do you have? 2. How much money will you need to start your business? 3. How much money will you need to stay in business? In order to answer the second question, how much money will you need to start your business? You need to prepare an estimate of all your startup costs. Here is a list of items you may need to take into account. Note that this list is for a retail business. Items will vary for service, construction, manufacturing or online firms. Decorating and remodeling, fixtures and equipment, installing fixtures and equipment, services and supplies, beginning inventory cost, legal, professional fees, licenses and permits, telephone utility deposits, insurance, signs, advertising for opening, unanticipated expenses. Now, the answer to the third question, how much money will you need to stay in business, must be divided into 2 parts, immediate costs, and future costs. From the moment the door to your new business opens, a certain amount of income may come in. However, this income should not be projected in your operating expenses. You will need enough money available to cover costs for at least the first 3 months of operation. The following list will help you project your operating expenses on a monthly basis. Typical expenses for 1 month may include your living costs, employee wages, rent, advertising, supplies, utilities, insurance, taxes, maintenance, delivery, transportation, miscellaneous. Now sum up the total estimated monthly expenses and multiply it by 3. This is the amount of cash you will need to cover operating expenses for 3 months. Deposit this amount in a savings account before opening your business. Use it only for those purposes listed in the above list, because this money will ensure that you will be able to continue in business during the crucial early stages. By adding the total startup costs to the total expenses for 3 months, you can learn what the estimated costs will be to start and operate your business for 3 months. By subtracting the totals of the lists from the cash available, you can determine the amount of additional financing you may need, if any. Now you will need to estimate your operating expenses for the first year after startup. The first step in determining your annual expenses is to estimate your sales volume, month by month. Next, determine the cost of sales. You may want to use a spreadsheet to do this. After startup, the primary source of revenue in your business will be from sales, but your sales will vary from month to month because of seasonal patterns and other factors. It is important to determine if your monthly sales will produce enough income to pay each month's bills. An estimated cash flow projection will show if the monthly cash balance is going to be subject to such factors as the following: failure to recognize seasonal trends, excessive cash taken from the business for living expenses, too rapid expansion, and slow collection of accounts if credit is extended to customers. Conclusion: if you have carefully answered all the questions in this video, you have seriously thought about your goal. However, there may be some things you may feel you need to know more about. Owning and running a car spare parts business is a continuous learning process. Research your idea, and do as much as you can, yourself, but don't hesitate to seek help from people who can tell you what you need to know. As we conclude this video, it's time you get your free car spare parts business plan gift. Go to the description below this video to get it now. It is completely free, no strings attached. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like and hit the subscribe button for more videos like this.